Güzel از جی سرایانه ترانه از شمالی کردستان رانه بینگل رانه هنا مایامı diyemi uçaları şevirim ezmin sentine Türkiye hakişyana mektep ez de zaki kası kerdine ez lise kağıda kathalesnet sonra ez şiyana Ankara'da hukuk fakültesi kadını Risara staj kart sonra ez şiyana İstanbul'da ez avukatlık kerdine Şessere Kuriyani. Ez mektepte politikayla xebet kerdimi. Hakkı jiyen avukat kay keyte politik mahkumu kerdimi. Ez kayte kampörün orijinal bir kaydedine kerdimi. Polis ve Türkiye mırahat ne burada? Ez iki amelata. Bıta da ez resim nakkaşı bırazım. Ez zaten İngilizce şol mektep. Nakkaşı yapıda koy, gol, daryeste, daveste. Ve Türkiye ez nakkaşıyla birleşti. Bir tane ez şiyane Medical Foundation, Ujana doktoranın vuruşuna nakkaş atölyesi. Ez zafes kon nakkaşı Brazil. Bir tane jeki ez bisiklet şu. Dana bisiklet oku Londra'da fethedin. Londra zaf rındek süper. Londra zavamı ne zindanı, ne hayatını. Adita da Risarane, herçe yer taze kom. Zaf düşmendene. Zunoko günde ne zor kasepçi. Tada bazol ki Zunoko unca bezanı. Tada bazol ki şehrin üniversite unca hukuk nakaşı bu muslimi. Ez ne bazol şehir Türkiye. Kayarlı mı oku ve fethedimi dünyayı. Ne ve insanı neslerini.
I'm Fazl, and I was born in a tiny village called on the border of Iran-Iraq, which is part of Iranian Kurdistan. And I came here in 2000 without knowing any English, and I started working basically in the black market because I didn't have any work permit. And because I arrived in May, I couldn't go to college as most of the colleges were closed. And then I started studying LLM International in Westminster University since September 2004. And now I've got just a few months to go, and hopefully I should finish it by September this year. And I have survived up to now.
Could you say what is the difference between living in Hawraman and in Great Britain?
Well, as I said, I'm from a small town called Pave, which is very different from London. And I would say it was a shock for me at the beginning when I arrived, because basically Pave compared to London is unbelievably different. But I would say that I have integrated in this society, and I spend most of my time nowadays with my English friends, going out together. And of course politically Iran is a closed society compared to the UK. Here you have the freedom of speech, but in Iran the interpretation of that right is very different from what you have here. And for me it was really important that I came to this country, because the image you have of Europe in Hawraman and even in Iran is very different from the reality I see on the ground right now. But all in all, I'm happy that I came here, and I hope if I go back to Haraman or Kurdistan, I'll be able to serve people, because that has been my goal all the way long.
Could you tell us about your experiences in this country?
Well, I came to this country with a few Iraqi Kurds, and from the beginning I wanted to learn English and familiarize myself with the culture, and for that reason I have managed to make close friends here and know something about these people and their culture. But other Kurdish friends have not done the same for many reasons. Nowadays that I talk to the same friends, I realize that they speak about this country as an outsider, and sadly they don't have a good knowledge of English people and their society and their culture. And for me it has been a mission to learn more about this country, because I strongly believe that any decision taken in Whitehall in this country has implication for me in Kurdistan, Haraman, Iran, Middle East, and basically everywhere in the world. But one thing I love about this country, of course I love many things, but one thing I particularly love about this country is that there is no such a thing, a policy of discrimination between Fars, Kurds, Arabs, Turks, and any other nationalities in this country. And of course, exceptions are abound. For example, if one wants to achieve something, it is possible through hard work. And if I believe Kurds generally seize this opportunity, they will be more successful. And as a well-known fact, in Iran, Turkey and Syria, we don't have the same opportunity as Turkish or Persian or or an Arab citizen of those countries, no matter how good the relationship has been between them and the Kurdish population. And I think we will definitely be more successful as a nation if we all use these opportunities and develop our skills in every sphere of science and technology and live in harmony with other nationalities and other ethnicities on this planet.
My name is Delkash Morat. My design called Della. I live in London for the last 15 years. I started my work as a Kurdish fashion designer in 1992, and we started having catwalk fashion shows here in London. We had about 4 major fashion shows, one in 93, or actually 2 in 93, and 1 in 94 and 2 in 95. And it seems to be great fun for me and for other people, because it's something new. And if you ask somebody and tell them Kurdish designer or Kurdish catwalk, they would say they would be surprised. But I think we are very lucky to have got so many good support from people all around, Kurdish and non-Kurdish people. As my interest in Kurdish clothes, I have great interest in all parts of Kurdistan, from north to south to east to west. So what I intend to do, I improvise in Kurdish clothes. I don't change them completely. The outline is Kurdish clothes, but then I change the details. I make it simpler, more up to date, and more fashionable. To go according to up to date fashion. And so I think it is very, very good for the youngster in this the new generation, because actually they seem to be putting off Kurdish clothes because they were old-fashioned and huge. And now what I do is trying to make it a way that more young people go towards wearing Kurdish clothes than neglecting it. than calling it old-fashioned. So I seem to be very successful in doing that because I have so many orders from all around the world, from Switzerland, from New Zealand, from America, from all around the world. So that means I'm doing something good. I'm very proud of it. Well, actually, we did a fashion show in Germany, and I'm planning to do next year in Milan. We've been invited there. So obviously, it's not going to be for Kurdish people because. Of course, it is for Kurdish people because it's a new design for Kurdish people. But I'm very, very. My major aim to show this beautiful part of my culture to non-Kurdish, and at the same time to mix the clothes. Like for example, the northern Kurdistan, they don't know anything about our Kurdish clothes from the south. So I'm trying. My intention is to mix and let them wear our Kurdish clothes and us wearing their Kurdish clothes, but in a new style, a new design, where we, as I said, up to date to the fashion. Because this is, everything is going so fast around us, and we cannot just get stuck. So I think even that, those clothes we have to choose, and so other people will wear it. So I have like a few orders.
My name is Amrullah Ozdemir. I live in Islington. I own a business called Strategy Finance. I provide financial advice to my customers and clients. I studied agriculture in one of the Turkish universities. After I graduated from university, I started working in Turkey, but due to the political oppression I received while I was in Turkey, I was forced to leave the country, and I was immigrated to the West. When I arrived here, I applied for asylum from the authorities, but for almost 7.5 years, I was waiting for decision from the Home Office. I did not have accommodation to live or money to spend. The local authorities didn't help me. It was a very difficult time for me. Despite all these difficulties, I decided to go and learn some English. I attended to a course for about a year. I really wanted to pursue my studying and finish my master's degree in one of the London's universities, but due to the financial difficulty I wasn't able to. I didn't have permission to work from the government, so I couldn't really raise funding for my study. I dreamed lots of good work that I could do, and lots of projects that I wanted to start, but because of my unique situation in this country, I wasn't able to. But nevertheless, I went to the community centers, and I started working with the community centers in close range, and I started teaching Kurdish at the Kurdish Community Center in Haringey. Also, for about a year and a half, I was a math teacher at the Kurdish Community Center. I learned a lot while I was working with the community. I learned a lot about a British system and the office work, and how you can do projects and start working with different organizations. This is true, I never made it to my dreams, but then I could say it was useful in a way. I used my expertise in the years to come when I started my business over here. Through the working for the community and within the community, I learned a lot from the British way of life and British culture. I learned a lot the way the people live in here, and the principles, and the way they do things. From that aspect, I gained a good experience of knowing people and sharing the space in the town where I live in London. With the rest of the communities. It's been a few years now. I established a business with one of my partners, and we are advising our clients how to apply for loan, or we help them to process the application, and we approach lenders, which are mainly building society and the banks.
My name is Sham, and I'm from Kurdistan, which is in Iraq.
And how long have you been here?
I've been here just over 14 years.
Right. You were born here?
No, I was a baby when I came here.
What about you?
I'm Zainab, and I've been in England for 13 years.
I like the way that it's a quite high standard, and there are nice things to do, and it's just a nice country. It's quite interesting. I like my school, my friends.
I like England because it's a nice country, but I also like
Do you come here every week?
No, I just wanted to see the school. I'm not going to be here for long because we're just trying this school, if it's good or not. It's easy. My other school's harder because you have to write books, you have to copy out in a book, writing sentences. This you just have to write a word 3 times, 4 times,
My name is Kamil Ahmadi. I'm an Iranian Kurd from east part of Kurdistan. I've been residing in London for the past 10 years, and as many other Kurds, the reason I left Iran, the motive were political. I could say London is, I regard London as my home. Kurdistan is divided between 4 parts, which again, within the Kurdish community, it's we all divided between different groups because of the dialect differences, perhaps political differences, and such a strong influence of the countries we come from. In some ways, actually, it's quite damaging to the sense of our unity, and in some others, we actually do take advantage of the learning about the culture and the language of the countries we come from. London, it's a beautiful city to live in. It's almost 300 languages spoken in London, and there is just so much to learn. There is so many cultures to see and experience, and I very much hope the new generation, the young generation who were born here and who are in the process of becoming British citizen, that they would learn the British way of life, or they would understand or greater understanding about the culture, the country, and the place they live, and try to broaden the vision and look further in order to understand, because I personally do believe, and in the course of the years since I left here, through the experiences I have learned, by learning from other cultures and mixing with other communities, your political ideas and opinion what actually gets much stronger and wider and richer rather than narrower. Well, and learn from the experiences. There are communities and there are people who come from the countries, they went through the same experience and they passed through this, and now they try to rebuild or build the countries. And I see the future of the Kurdish community, especially the new Kurdish community, is very bright, and I'm very proud to be part of the same community.